Well, we're here with manager Jim Bentley just before the reserves match on Monday versus Tranmere Rovers. Jim, thanks for talking to us. I thought it was a really good time to, now the dust settled a little bit after Saturday, and there's obviously been a lot said about what you said on Saturday after the match. I just thought it was a great opportunity just to really to set the record straight.
Well, yeah, I mean, I still stand by what I said. Maybe I didn't word it correctly, but I was quite emotional. I do get emotional.
Yeah.
Coming into the change rooms after the game and seeing the state Kevin Ellison's face was in. I do care about the players. I love them to bits. It's just, I just think, yeah, timing might not have been right, and I certainly could have worded it a little bit better. But the main points in there, I'll stand by all day long, because I think it was more a bit of a knock-on effect from Tuesday night. Really, I can understand people's frustrations, but I say we get the second average attendance in the league. We're not one of the bigger clubs. We don't have the finances, we don't have the facilities, we don't have the backroom staff. We're a little bit lacking in all departments, but what we have got is an unbelievable desire and spirit amongst the lads to do well, the staff to work hard, and we've got a fantastic hardcore fans. And speaking to people, because I've not really looked at what the response of me outburst was, but speaking to a few people, it seems that I might have upset one or two, but I think we've got a fantastic hardcore bunch of fans, which I love to bits, and I've loved them since minute one when I come, and I scored that couple of goals against Wolves in one of my first pre-season games, and then ever since, obviously the rest is history, and it's gone on. And obviously in management now, they got right behind me, and I do, but that's 99.5%. There's just a little chunk is just starting to just get on me a little bit. Not so much me, it's more what they expect from the players, the expectation of the club on and off the field as well. And there just seems to be a bit of negativity creeping in. And I think on Tuesday night, we went into the game, obviously as we always do, positive and doing our own work, knowing exactly what we're going to come up against. We set a team out to try and win the game. We changed it within the game with personnel and a formation change. And on another night we could have scored a few, they could have scored a few, but overall, having looked at the DVD, I think we probably just shaded it.
Yeah.
Now, I can hear a lot in the technical area, and I know I can understand some people's frustration with one or two things that have happened, but the League Two players at the end of the day, you're not talking about Wayne Rooney making a mistake, or Ronaldo or Messi or Bale or something like that. They will make the odd mistake here and there, but from the staff that we have who don't sit on the dugout, sit in the stand, and one person, I won't name names with regards to backroom staff, but he's as honest as the day is long, had to move seats because of the negativity that he was hearing about the team and the lads of the elder gentlemen in this block down below to the right of the dugout. He just couldn't hack it from minute one, moaning when someone give the ball away, and making the feelings felt. An example, Ellison give the ball away, and I hear someone say, get him off, bloody awful, or something like that. Drummond misses his third chance. Obviously he's gutted, he's missed a couple of chances on the night, but the good thing is he's getting in there. And Drummond's still a valuable part of our squad.
Yeah.
But again, get Drummond off, and we'd already made 3 subs. Formation change, get 2 up front, do this, do that. I mean, at the end of the day, we've got a squad and it's quite adaptable, and when we're playing up until probably the Wimbledon game, something like that, we're 3rd leading goal scorers in the league, with Hammond, Sampson, Ellison, with the majority of the time playing up top. So there's loads of little things. People shout me to do this, to do that. I know the players inside out. I know exactly, what we need to do with them throughout the week. We know whether what their outlook is with regards to the game on the Saturday or the Tuesday. Maybe, well, I do sometimes I get it wrong. I think on Saturday I hold my hands up. Maybe I shouldn't have played certainly one player from the off, because I don't think he got up to full speed, or the levels that we expected. But you know, it's interesting. Everyone's got an opinion on the game, and that's great. That's what makes the game fantastic. And, you know, I'm no different. I'm an Evertonian. I look at the Merseyside derby last week. Ross Barkley and Morelos were probably the two best Everton players, and Lukaku. This week he plays Osman and Delafeu. That was a little bit surprising, but if I was at the game, I'd be getting right behind them. You know, whoever's in that shirt, and they always give it their all for the club that I support, and that's what I'm saying about our club. They always give their all. And like Joe Cole come on Match of the Day, saying about, you know, managers pick a team, and sometimes they keep some players back, and sometimes they go hell for leather from minute one, and you know, you gotta have different game plans. You know, teams will push up, some teams will want to pass the ball like Chesterfield, some teams will want to be direct like Mansfield. You know, there's got to take an awful lot into consideration how you can counteract people's strengths and how you can, you know, exploit people's or teams' weaknesses. You know, when Joe Cole was talking about on Saturday that, you know, Allardyce had kept 3 of his players back, and it's important that it's not just the 11 that start, it's the 14 that play the part. Yeah. You know, when Cole come on Saturday, Joe Cole scored, and Carlton Cole come on Saturday and scored, and I think the other lad who come on, I forget what it was, the young lad who come on and set 2 or 3 of the goals up. So, you know, the effect of the game. We've had it in the past with little Jack Redshaw, who's come on and, you know, scored in the majority of the games. We went with a game plan Saturday. Yeah, we didn't get going particularly well in the first half, but you know, we knew that we could change it. Probably changed it sooner than what I thought we would have, but we got it right at the right time. And then the last change when we brought Samson on, and I thought the left back was tugging a little bit, and Jack was looking sharp and fresh. I shifted Jack onto the right of a 3 up front just to get at the full back. 5 minutes to go, he takes him on, puts it in, we scored the winner. So yeah, you know, you look back and go, I've affected the game there, I've got it right. I'm not always going to get it right, but it's just the expectation and the negativity of some people, and it's not many. And as I say, and I'll say it to the camera, I love the Morecambe fans, and they are great. And I think over the last couple of years, certainly the away following's been even better again, and you know, they've really got behind us. And I know the likes of Paul Carter and Mick Birch and Gary Ochen, and I know Mark Lewis and Mary Go everywhere, and I know the Indies and the Sardines, and I know the Mad Cats, and obviously the F-Com's up now, and they're all doing superbly, and yourself for what you do for the club, and everyone who mucks in with the junior heads or whatever it may be, they all do a great job for the football club, and I would not for 1 minute have a go at them. I can understand some people's frustrations, and I take it on board completely, but I won't have, you know, that's how you take a corner to Ryan Williams, and I hear it as clear as day. I won't have you know, bloody awful, rubbish, get him off, this, that, the other, do this, do that. Oh, you know, just negativity. I think some people do come, and again, it's not, they do come to have a little whinge. And I treat the players, my players, like they're my kids. And if you want to not abuse them, it's not abuse, and it's abuse at other clubs. But if you're willing to abuse the players, it's like, you know, not abuse them, sorry, I'm saying it like, have a go, have a little pop.
Well, the devil's advocate,
I'd have a go back, because I'd treat them, I'd do exactly the same. You would, Mark, if they were your kids.
Yeah.
You know, and that's...
devil's advocate, though, for a minute, you know, some people say, well, we pay our money, we're entitled to our view.
Yeah, that's fair enough, yeah, but, you know, I think in this day and age where, you know, football, computer games, fans forums, it's fantastic that everyone has an opinion, but sometimes, for the best of the club and best of the team, I think that you should keep it to yourself in regards to, well, mainly just for getting behind the team that are playing at that particular time on the pitch, and whoever's going to come off the bench. You know, I don't see, if there was someone not pulling the weight, they wouldn't get a chance to have a go at them, because I'd have them off the pitch. Yeah. Now, Ellison's instance here, he was running as hard in the last minute as he was in the first minute against York. He had 2 headed chances in the first half, and he nearly scored a goal from a Jack Sampson flick on right near the end against York. If we would have won the game 1-0, no one would have said nothing. But because we haven't won at home, and we're on a little bit of a sticky spell, you know, I'm getting told after 40, 45, 50 minutes, get Ellison off. You know, someone said to me when I was walking up the ground, it's about time you give Ellison a rest. You know, I know Kevin Ellison's all about, and I said it on Saturday. You know, if you want someone who's going to score a goal for you, even if he's not having a good game, he's always capable of coming up with something. You know, he scored a couple of worldies for us. He coming off the bench against Rochdale last year, and scored within 5 minutes. Saturday, that lad put his head on the line for the football club. Literally, he left blood on the field to win us the game. And I'm going back over what I'm hearing on the Tuesday night about him. And he's been a fantastic player for us. 36 goals or something in 2.5 years. And when you go in after all the emotions of the game, the penalty, scoring late on, Ellison doing it, Ellison's injury going down to 10 minutes, your heart rate's up, everything's, you know, when you go in and you see the lad, and the state his face was in, you know, I nearly started crying, I've got to be honest, and I was emotional. And all the things on the Tuesday and people saying, you know, Ellison this and Ellison that, they're only saying it because they've got used to him scoring goals, and he's gone a few games without scoring a goal. But he was by far our best player at Burton Albion when we last won. You know, and it wasn't for Ryan Williams' face getting in the way, Kev's shot probably would have gone in anyway. So he affects the game, but I know that people can voice their opinion, but sometimes it's got to be constructive. I'll take you know, a shout was in the Tuesday game, why doesn't someone block the goalkeeper on the long throw? Yeah, we work on it. Because of the personnel change that we made, someone hasn't taken the information on board and done it. And I can understand that, that's frustration, that's a little bit of constructive criticism. But I don't like the, you know, what happened to the time of, again, if Ellison's running down the line, he gives the ball away. Instead of, bloody hell, rubbish, get him off. What happened to unlucky Kev? You know, better luck next time and get behind the player in the shirt. So I don't want to, you know, I don't expect people to hold grudges over it. I think it probably stirred a little bit of a talking point. Hopefully it'll galvanise everyone coming into a big game on Saturday. Shut things up a bit. I'd like to shake the squad up. If I can't shake the squad, I'll shake the fans up. But listen, I don't need to say, Mark, I mean, I love the place. It's my second home. There's no more determined than me to make a success of it. At the moment, we're going okay.
Well, there's a positive out of Saturday. I mean,
we won the game.
Well, I mean, what happened afterwards? I think it showed your true passion, but also the guys that got upset. It proved that they're a band of fans that they are solid and they are together. You know, and you kick one of them, they all limp. You know, and I think that there is a big set of fans out there, especially the away fans, the guys that go away. You know, and they are. And
you might get, I don't know, 100 and whatever it was, travelled on Saturday. It might just be one. No, but I heard it. You know, I spoke to Stu Dunn about today, and he's been hearing a few things. The non-playing staff, the players that weren't involved Tuesday, couldn't believe some of the negativity that was getting shouted. I'm not saying from the home end. You know, they always get behind, but obviously we're not as close. But when there's 1,400 in, it's quite quiet. You can hear one or two things. You know, what I'd say is that the club are doing absolutely brilliant. It's saying, you know, the commercial side of things is up. You know, that's going great. The chairman's looking into different things to improve us off the field, which will help us to improve on the field. We're doing okay with, you know, a small squad and what we've had. Obviously, we've lost Redshaw for a large period. Who's been our top scorer last year, and now we're going to lose Ellison, so we haven't really had them at the same time. It's a blow, but you get on with it. It's football, it's what happens. But I don't want to us and them, you know, and maybe that's happened in the past. I know how I feel about the fans, what they've been for me, and they've been brilliant to me, and I want it us against the world, and that's the way it should be. So
I think that's the way
I don't apologise for what I said, because I think I was right in what I said, but it was the way that it turned that maybe got it wrong. But so
I'm going to put you on the spot. If you message to the fans now, what would it be?
Well, you know, happy Christmas. No, I think my message to the fans is we're going to have ups and downs. I've said it all before, Mark. You know, we went 9 unbeaten, and then we've won 1 in the last 7 up until Saturday. But we had a fantastic win on Saturday, put us in a great position again. I mean, if you would have said at the start of the year we were in this position, you know, we're the only League 2 game on Saturday. We're going to go out to try and win the game, like we always do, and certainly at home. Cheltenham are going well, but we're the only team, only game in the league. You know, if the crowd come and they get right behind us, it might give us that extra 1-2% that'll push us over the line and get us a little 1-0 win or a 2-1 win in the last minute or something like that. And we could be 2 points off top of the table. We'll be on the same points as the likes of Fleetwood and teams like that, because they're all playing in the Cup. Obviously, we'd want to play in the FA Cup, but you know, that's football. It hasn't happened for us. But we're in a fantastic position that if we win Saturday, you know, we're right back up there. But, you know, don't, you know, that's not to be taken the wrong way. As I say, it's what I said. I was within my rights to say I fought, because, you know, I stand up for my players. I'll back them to the hilt, and I know every one of them will run through a brick wall for me, and it is all together, and we've got a great spirit, and 99.5% of the fans are the same. Great hardcore fans who again will run through a brick wall for each other and for the football club, and all the people I've mentioned there, just the top, but the people behind the scenes who are doing the work for the club. And you know, we've got a nice family feel about this place, and I want everyone singing off the same hymn sheet. And if there's one or two just go slightly offline, I'll speak my mind. Probably not the time, as I say, not in the right way, but just to bring them back on side with us, so it's 100%. Everyone's right behind what we're doing.
I don't think anybody can argue with that, Jim. Jim, no. Thanks very much.
I could go on all night, Mark,
I know,
but it's, you know, I know when there's you've got work to do because the Reds are going to kick off soon and all that, but I think it's important to draw a line under. No one's going to hold any grudges, and you know, I'll salute them on Saturday, and hopefully they'll get right behind us and we'll have a good game and we can win the game, and it'll all soon be forgotten about. And these things happen in football, but I am passionate about this football club.
Unless they've gone to watch Man United, of course.
Well, that's another thing. You know, someone saying to the man on the desk downstairs when Kenny sits up here watching the game because he gets a better view of things, you know, you didn't miss much there. It's you know, boards or I would have been better off staying in and watching the Champions League.
That's
you know,
shocking.
Kenny is, that comes in Selby, and I think, well, it was a good game on Tuesday night. You know, it was that fine dividing line. It could have gone either way. As it was, we shared the point and we moved on. But there was loads of positives in there, as there was loads of positives on Saturday. And we just got to keep building on it.
Jim.
But stick with us through thick and thin. We'll always come through, and the bigger the challenge, the greater the reward at the end of it.
Brilliant. And we'll leave it there, Jim. Thanks very much. We'll see you Saturday. Hopefully a few points off the top.
Onwards and upwards.